Make some noise for your amazing host.
What's up, everyone? My name is Joelle and I'm your online host today, and I'm so excited you're here because we have a lot in store for you. You guys, we're gonna get into a fun pre-show video, we're gonna do some worship together, and get into a Bible story. You guys, buckle up, it's gonna be so much fun.
And here we go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another round of VR games, where we basically have 60 seconds to explain the game to you guys. We have 3 minutes to play the game, and we have 1 minute to review the game. Altogether, that gives us 5 minutes. So today's game is called The Climb. We've all tried VR, but I thought, what if we all do VR together? So we're gonna be climbing a mountain or something. We've never played this specific game. And Zach, you're gonna be the left hand. Chris, you're gonna be the right hand, and I'm gonna be the eyes. So, do I have to explain anymore? How much time do I have?
You have like 4 minutes and 20.
I have 20 seconds to explain it. We can just jump in. Okay, you get it, guys. We're gonna play this.
It's called The Climb?
It's called The Climb, so let's climb.
Nice.
Okay.
Here you go.
Chris, you're the right arm, so
Okay.
press play on that thing. See the play right there?
No.
No, Chris, don't turn. Right there, yes. All right, so we're gonna spend about 10 seconds in the loading screen. You can see everything that we're doing right here on,
I see this little triangle.
yeah.
These are...
Oh, okay. Zach, I see your hand.
All right.
Like, grab it or something.
I see Chris's neck.
Oh, Zach, grab it. Can you do it?
Did I do it?
No, like
Nope.
put your hand out. Chris, how did you do it?
I pressed the...
There we go. Chris, higher. Oh, guys, we're getting sore.
Zach, you have to lift this up when you go.
Oh, like with your arm.
I can't see anything.
Okay.
Can you see on the screen?
Nope. Oh, here we go.
It's funny
Grab
because
with the trigger. Yeah, grab with the trigger. Top trigger.
well,
Alright, top trigger.
Top trigger.
This one right here.
I knew that. Ready, go.
I feel like we're, oh, there
Yes.
we go. Chris, nice. Zach, pull us up. Pull us up. Oh, get that, whatever that is. There's no tutorial. How do we know what to do?
Oh no.
Oh, that was good. Zach? Oh no, guys. No!
You gotta hold on, dude.
I did!
Alright.
Okay, here we go. Grabbing and go. Nope.
I think that
Go.
plays a checkpoint.
Nope, and go.
Hey, how much time do
I
we
got
have?
it.
You guys have a minute and a half left.
Left?
Yeah.
Oh, no!
So it seems like we have to go fast or else we run out of like stamina to hold on. What just happened?
Whoa.
You guys are jumping.
Alright.
Oh, should we
Pull
go
and
up
let
here?
go. Pull and let go.
Should we go? Oh! Yeah,
I'm
teamwork!
Spider-Man. I'm the Spider-Man with the spider hand, dude.
Oh, we're just going for it now. This is beginner level, by
I
the way.
feel like I'm the weakest link here.
I feel like I am because I'm not holding on to anything.
1 minute.
I'm gonna make this way harder for you guys.
Nice.
Good luck. That's where we're going. I always was told to never look down.
Never look right, dude.
What? Guys, we're doing terrible.
We're terrible at this game.
Do you want me to just try?
No.
Okay.
We're gonna make it terrible for you, man.
Guys, I know you can't hear what I can hear, but the guy keeps screaming every time we fall. Why would you ever let this happen to you in real life? Chris's hand's like shaking. 20 seconds. We didn't get anywhere, guys. What's happening?
Zach threw us.
So, Chris, are you throwing us? Are you like pulling and throwing
Yeah,
us?
I'm pulling us up.
Okay,
So
Zach,
here's
grab on. Grab on, Zach. Chris, you're just using. Whoa.
That was amazing.
Okay, so how did we do, guys?
I am the worst right-hand man ever.
Well,
I feel like I was really holding you guys up most of the time.
Literally half the time.
I do want you to know I did pick the easiest level.
That was the easiest level?
That was the easiest level. So,
Wow, dude.
does that mean that we're a terrible team or that we
Yes.
should never be conjoined?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
What if we actually went out and tried to like climb something like this?
Yeah,
Like,
and
just
you-
like
Wait,
Like Jordan
wait,
can't
okay,
use his
wait
arms.
a second. So the purpose of the game Climb was to climb this thing?
I thought it was
man.
a falling simulator.
I think that was fun
Yeah,
though.
dude.
But yeah, like I said, you guys couldn't hear it, but every time we fell, the guy was like,
15 seconds.
15 seconds, guys.
What do you think? What's your review?
I
You're
think
the one.
that God created us to be part of one body, but we shouldn't actually be, so we should climb on our own 2 arms.
If you're ever considering climbing with someone else's arms, this is your sign to never do it.
Never climb with someone else's arms. We'll see you next time.
You guys, that pre-show video was so much fun. Next, we're gonna dive into a time of worship and sing some songs together. And then after that, we're gonna hear from the Bible story.
God does not see the same way people see. God does not see the same way people see. People look at the outside of a person, but the Lord looks at the heart. God does not see the same way people see. He sees the real you. He sees the real me. He sees the real you and me. The real you and me.
God does not see the same way people see. God does not see the same way people see. People look at the outside of a person, but the Lord looks at the heart. God does not see the same way people see. He sees the real you. He sees the real me. He sees the real you and me. The real you and me. He sees the real you. He sees the real me. He sees the real you and me. The real you and me. Let me see you like he sees you. Let me look deeper. Let me see better. Let me see you like he sees you. God does not see the same way people see. People look at the outside of a person, but the Lord looks at the heart. God does not see the same way people see. He sees the real me.
People say it's hard to find the way. People say it's hard to follow God every day. They say it's complicated, but it's not true. The Lord has told you what is good. He has told you what he wants from you. Yeah. Do what is right to other people. Love being kind to others, and live humbly, trusting your God, trusting your God, trusting your God.
People say it's hard to find the way. People say it's hard to
trusting your God.
It's not complicated. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. Oh, we're gonna trust. We're gonna trust. Oh, we're gonna trust. Oh, we're gonna trust. We're gonna trust in God. Trust in God. We're gonna trust in God. Trust in God. Oh, we're gonna trust in God. Trust in God. We're gonna trust in God. Trust in God. Live humbly, trust your God. Live humbly, trust your God. Live humbly, trust your God. Trust your God. Trust your God. Live humbly, trust your God. Live humbly, trust your God. Live humbly, trust your God. Trust your God. Trust in your God.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Beyond Bounds, a podcast where we're looking at the miracles of Jesus. I'm Mr. Coyote, and today we're doing an experiment that will brighten your day. We're going to be making a potato light bulb. But first, we're going to look at a blind man and some spit and see that Jesus' power changes our lives. His power is life-changing, and he uses it to bend heaven and earth just to be with you. So let's jump in and go beyond bounds. As always, I want to welcome our awesome crew here. We have Mrs. Coyote, who's going to be telling our Bible story today,
Hello.
and Chris, who's doing sound design for us. Say hi, Chris.
I could really go for some French fries right now.
But that's not it, friends. We have two special guests that I want to introduce you to. Welcome, Evan and Eli. Come on in, guys.
Heyo.
What's up? Go ahead and stand by Chris right there by the mic. And guys, Eli, the sound effect that I want you to start with is I want you to say this phrase. I can't see.
I can't see.
Perfect. Evan, I want you to give me your best, like hawking a loogie, you're spitting. You actually spit a little
I
bit
think
there.
you actually did it.
Sorry there.
All right, Eli. Now I want you to say, I can see now.
I can see now.
Perfect. All right, Evan, jump back in there. You're going to say, who healed you? What happened?
Who healed you? What happened?
That's it. All right, boys, I want you to come on over here. We're going to get your lab coats on. And while we do that, Chris, can you test out some sounds for us?
I can see now. I can see now.
That
I can see
sounds
now.
perfect. All right, now that we have our sounds, guys, it's time to jump into our story.
So this story starts off and it's about Jesus and his disciples, and they are walking through a village, and far off in the distance, Jesus notices a man who is blind.
I can't see.
So the disciples also see this blind guy, and they turn and they ask Jesus, Jesus, why is this guy blind? Is it because he did something bad or because he sinned? And this was actually a pretty common thought back in those days, that if you were sick or handicapped or disabled, it was because you did something wrong or because you did something sinful. And guess what? That's not true. Jesus told his disciples, I am the light of the world, and I came to this earth to make it good.
We just heard that Jesus has total control over turning bad into good. In fact, sometimes God purposely allows bad things to happen in our lives so he can show how good he is.
And you guys, he can take even the worst things in our lives and he can turn them into amazing stories that we can share with other people and show them how powerful God is.
Okay, we're gonna pause our story for just a second because right now we're gonna do part 1 of our experiment. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's
Okay, now watch this. Oh, did you see that? I karate chopped in half with one chop. Okay, so the second part of our experiment is we need to wrap our pennies right here with our copper wire.
So far, so good.
Okay, cool. Then we're gonna pause there and we'll jump back into our story.
And now the next part of this story gets pretty interesting and maybe a little bit gross. So now Jesus goes up to the blind man and he spits onto the dirt. Then he scoops up the dirt and his spit, and in his hands he starts rubbing it together so that he can make his very own homemade mud.
Now, it doesn't stop there, because what he does next is he takes this homemade mud of spit and dirt and he rubs it over the eyes of the blind man, just like that. Now, Jesus tells the man, go to the pool of Siloam and wash off, and then come back when you're done. The man obeys Jesus. He goes, he washes off, and he comes back. And when he gets back, he's completely healed.
I can see now.
Now his neighbors and his friends saw him, and they thought, there's no way that this is our friend. So they said to him,
Who healed you? What happened?
now that was the perfect chance for this guy to tell them all about Jesus and the amazing stuff he did.
When we choose to follow Jesus, our lives look different too. Jesus' power changes my life, and he makes me radically different. Jesus' power changes the lives of everyone who follow him.
You guys, God can bend heaven and earth to be with us. And we heard in the story today that God broke the rules of sight and made a blind man see. Now, that's pretty life-changing, and I know that God is so powerful and he can change our lives in super miraculous ways too.
All right, so we're gonna pause for just a second with our story, and we're gonna find out what happens in part 2 of our potato light bulb experiment. So, Evan, I want you to wrap our wire around this nail right here. And while he does that, I'm going to cut 2 slits into our potato, and I'm gonna stuff our pennies into that, okay? Nice. Okay, so Evan, I'm gonna take your zinc-plated nail and the copper wire. Got it! All right, so in a second, we're actually gonna connect our copper wire to our light bulb right here. Evan, what do you think is gonna happen when we do that?
Well, on the bright side, this might happen. It will light up. But on the dark side, it's gonna electrocute somebody and maybe break some equipment.
Okay, well, I'm holding the light bulb, so we definitely don't want it to electrocute me. Chris, what do you think is gonna happen?
I hope that it turns into a basket of French fries.
Okay, we'll see what happens in a second, but right now, let's jump back into our story.
Okay, so we just heard that the blind man can now see. Now, there was a group of people, they're called the Pharisees. You guys may have heard about them. And these guys were really good at following the rules, but they weren't very happy about what Jesus was up to. Now, when Jesus heard about this, he went up to the man who was once blind and he asked him, "Do you believe in Jesus?" So then the man asked him,
Who is he, sir? I want to believe.
and then Jesus said,
You have seen him and he's speaking to you.
so he just revealed to the man, "You've seen him, we're talking, I'm Jesus." And so the man said,
Yes, Lord, I believe.
Jesus came to this earth to give sight to the blind and show those who can see that they are actually blind. Now, he's not just talking about physically, he's talking about spiritually. He's talking about our hearts in this moment. And he came to give sight. And when he says that, he means he came to this earth to save us from our sins. Now, that means that we can believe that Jesus will save us, just like the blind man did, because Jesus is God. He is so powerful enough that he can change our entire life, especially when he forgives us of our sins and he gives us a brand new life. That is Jesus's miracle of all miracles.
All right, so that wraps up our story, which means it's time for us to finish our science experiment. Now, Eli, what I need you to do is hold our 2 potatoes, just like that. And Evan, I need you on the count of 3 to connect the copper wire to the light bulb. And if we did this right, we should make a light. On 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh! Okay, now take it off. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3.
No,
Got it.
Oh!
Okay, and take it off.
that
Oh,
light
nice.
is hot.
Is it hot? What do you think, though?
It's great.
This is fantastic. Okay, so one tip that I would give you is to use a lot of potatoes. The more potatoes you can use, the better your light will look and the brighter it'll get. And also, remember to have an adult, because I was holding this thing and I don't want you guys to get electrocuted.
Don't die.
What did you think, Mrs. Coyote?
It was super awesome. I'm gonna start using potatoes in place of floor lamps.
So I want to take a second to talk about our story that we just heard. I know that sometimes it's easy to be discouraged when bad times come. And that's what the world says to do. They might even say to blame God for your problems. But God has the power to change bad things into good for us. I mean, we just saw it. If we know that and we really live like that is true, then we're really putting our hope in Jesus. we know that even in the worst possible situation, somehow, some way, it's part of God's plan for us. And that plan, trust me, is way better than what we could ever dream of. God is in the business of changing lives. Will you let him change yours? We can choose to let him open our eyes to his goodness and plan, or we can keep acting like we're blind, like the Pharisees, and ignore what he is doing in our lives. God bends heaven and earth just to be with us. His power changes our lives. In Luke 18:27, Jesus replied, "Whatever is impossible for people is possible with God." So here's your challenge. How will you get real about having hope in Jesus today? That's it for this episode. As always, thank you to our special guests. Thanks for coming in, guys, and doing our potato light bulb. I'm Mr. Coyote signing off with
Mrs. Coyote.
and with Chris Merrill. Say bye, Chris.
This potato did not turn into a basket of French fries, but I'm still gonna eat the whole thing.
We'll see you guys next time for another episode of Beyond Bounds.
See ya.
You guys, I've had a blast today being your online host. Now, don't forget, there's so much more for you to do at home on sandalskids.tv. You guys, thanks so much for choosing us, and I'll see you next week.